All right, let's get ready for the upcoming test. We're going to go through a couple problems from each of the sections that we did. And I'm going to probably put this video into two parts just to break it up a little bit. So example 1, coming from this section on the 4.1, this is the sales tax question. So Adrian purchased a used car for $8,900 and had to pay a rate of 7 3/4 of sales tax. How much sales tax did he pay? So again, we're just using that little formula right there at the top where you take the 8,900 and multiply it by the rate. Well, what is the rate for 7 3/4? Good, it's 7.75%. Remember, we then convert that into a decimal for multiplying. And so that changes into 0.0775, and that's going to be our multiplier. Grabbing your calculator, multiplying 8,900 times 0.0075. Oh, just kidding, guys. How about we do it correctly? 8,900 times 0.0775 gives us 689. All right, do you see what the correction was that I just made there real quick? If I take this decimal here and move it twice, boom, boom, it's 0.0775. All right, 689.75 is our tax. Now remember that if they ask you on the test for the tax, you're done. If the test asks you for the new price, the price including tax, remember to add the tax to the original price. Okay, so what did people do wrong? The last quiz that we did on this, they forgot to do that final addition if it was asking you for a new price. So that's your hint. If they're just asking you for the tax, like in this one, you're done. All right, next one is a piecewise function. First, we're using this piecewise function. They want you to express the price P of W in words. So we're just going to write out what this piecewise means. And then down here, we're going to plug a 70 into it. 70 falls within the greater than 5 category, so we're going to use the bottom function. So here we go. Starting with words, we're going to say the cost of the ad is $60 flat for the first 5 lines. Where does that 5 come from? If you look up here, it's when W is less than or equal to 5. After 5 lines, it is the $60 plus, look back up here, see this plus $8 per additional line over 5. So that's explaining in words what that piecewise means. Now let's go do this piecewise, P of W. Flat rate of 60 plus 8. And we're being asked to plug in 70. 70 words in the ad. So we're going 60 plus 8. Oh, there's another boo-boo. And then we're plugging in 70 here. And I just noticed something again, that we're not talking about the number of lines in an ad this time. We're talking about the number of words. So I'm going to change this. The cost of the ad is 60 flat for the first 5 words. Not lines. After 5 words, it is the 60 flat plus 8 per additional word over the 5 words. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're plugging in 70 words, P of 70. And we get 60 plus 8 times 65. Grabbing a calculator, we're going to do the multiply before the add. 8 times 65 is 520. And then you add that and get 580. So we say the cost of the ad with 70 words is $520. So why did we use the bottom function? Because that's the function that was greater than 5, and 70, the number we're plugging in, is greater than 5. So we plugged in this 70 right here. All right. How'd you do? Okay, I'm going to skip the mean, median, mode one for the last part of this video if we have time, but let's go down to the insurance section. So Jayden has a 100-300 policy. Covers each person individually of 100,000 and up to a max of 300 for all the parties involved in one accident. So if person one has 24,000 in medical expenses, person two has 15,000, and then Jayden himself has medical expenses of 108, how much money will the insurance pay? So person one, the insurance is going to cover the entire 24,000. Insurance covers it all because it is under the max limit of 100,000 per person. All right, person two only had 15,000 in medical expenses. And we're going to say that insurance covers it all because it's under the max per person limit of 100,000. Person three is Jayden. Insurance is only going to cover 100,000. Jayden has to pay 8,000 out of pocket, out of his own pocket. So let's add this up. We've got 24,000 from person one, 15,000 from person two, and 100,000 from person three. Now, what did people do wrong on the last quiz on this one? People added the 108 here, but the insurance does not pay the 108. They only pay 100,000 max for him. So 100,000 plus 24,000 plus 15,000, I'm getting 139. How'd you do? And the insurance will pay that 139 because it is under the max of 300,000 total. All right, and number 7, the annual premium is $1,488. If she pays monthly, there's a $350 per payment surcharge. What's the monthly payment? So again, we want monthly, so we take the $1,488 annual premium and we divide by 12 to get the monthly premium. Okay, so grabbing your calculator, 1488 divided by 12, what do you get? And I get 124. But remember, we need to now add the surcharge. So 124 plus 350 a month, total monthly premium $127.50. How'd you do? All right, Stan has $25,000 worth of property damage, liability insurance with a $1,000 deductible. He caused an accident that did $55.21 worth of damage to a front yard. How much does Stan pay and how much does insurance pay? So Stan is going to pay the $1,000 deductible. Insurance pays the rest since it is under the max limit of his $25,000 coverage. So we go $55.21 minus the $1,000 deductible, and insurance pays $45.21. All right, let's end here on number 9. The Venn diagram. What's the probability that a randomly selected car is black and has a tan interior? What is the probability the car does not have either color? So just to point out that this does not have the denominator number ready, meaning we need to know over the total number of people. So we're going to say calculate total number of people first. So that means that we're adding 17 plus 8 plus 39 plus the 112 that are outside the box that didn't want black exterior or tan interior. So let's grab the calculator and add that. That's going to be 17 plus 8 plus 39 plus 112. I'm getting 176 total people. All right, now we can do our fraction. We can say probability the car is black and it has a tan interior. And so we're going to say probability black and tan interior. And so that's going to be 8 out of 176. Now you're going to divide that. 8 divided by 176 is 0.045. And that means that it's a 4.5%. Remember, we're just moving the decimal twice. Now, what's the probability that, if you look back up here, the car does not have either black exterior or the tan interior? That is the 112 number that was outside the box. So go ahead and grab your calculator and divide. 112 divided by the total of 176. I'm getting 0.636, or 64% if you want to round up. Okay, so I'm going to pause here for video 1, and then video 2 I'm just going to make on the mean, median, mode problem up here, just in case you need just specifically that one problem because it's kind of longer, and video 3 I'm going to make the rest of the problems.